Man, I tell you, when there's a Nicolas Cage movie coming out, you gotta walk with caution because you never know what you're gonna get. But man, did he surprise me in this one. I can't wait to talk about it. So let's get into the review of this film right now. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. Today we're going to be reviewing the film Pig, which is going to be releasing in theaters July 16. This film stars Nicolas Cage alongside of Alexander Wolff, who's going to be starring in the upcoming film Oh by M. Night Shyamalan. So if you haven't seen him in Jumanji recently, definitely keep your eye out for him in upcoming film. Nicolas Cage, right? We all love him. We know what we're going to get with him typically. You know, the movie Jiu-Jitsu, which I was actually fond of, but people ripped it to shreds. And, you know, at the point you start thinking like, oh, the Nicolas Cage is just collecting checks. You know, he's not going to ever take any serious roles, or he's never going to put on a really, you know, banging performance, Oscar worthy or whatnot. But then this movie comes out and he kills it. This by far might be one of his best performances of recent memory that I've seen in a very long time. Like, I was super surprised of the performance he put into this film. Overall, I also was a little bit reserved too, because the movie named Pig, and I was like, oh, what is this going to be about? And then there was a movie called Cow not too long ago, and I was like, maybe they're in the same universe. You never know. But even the premise of this film, I was like, I didn't know what my expectations was. He's a really well-renowned chef. He went off the grid. He's living on the farm, and everybody comes to him for truffle because he makes the best in the entire state. He's in Oregon. He's in this back, like I said, off the grid, wilderness living lifestyle. No electricity, none of that stuff. No cell phone. He's completely disconnected, but people recognize his skill. However, a couple of crackheads, shall I just say, came and took his pig away from him, and now he's in full-blown John Wick looking for his pig. But at the same time too, that means he has to kind of revisit and kind of go back down the things that he left. He has to go back into civilization in order to kind of figure out the whereabouts of his pig. And at the same time, it's kind of triggering because things he left behind for reasons are now, you know, happen to revisit him, and it's causing trauma and all sorts of different things. But he's still well respected. His name is so synonymous in the city that anywhere he goes, everybody respects him. He's like the ultimate VIP. It will be like Michael Jordan, either in Chicago or North Carolina. Like, you know, if you go there, you know he's gonna be well taken care of. That's where he was at with that, because he's been gone for 15 years, and you know, we see that he left because of what it seems to be the passing of his wife. They don't really discuss it, but that's where we're at with that. But yeah, like I said, he has to go back in order to find out where his pig is at. Now, not only is he a really respected chef, he also has really good memory. He says that he remembers every person he's ever served and every meal he's ever made. So you know, that's just the psychology of this character. A character who's looking for something that means a lot to him, someone who's really passionate about, who was really passionate about his career, who's obviously dealing with some grieving, who goes off the radar, completely gives up on life, but has to find himself re-entering his old life in order to find something that he cares about, and that's his pig. Now, the film has a lot of good points that kind of is, as we like to say, life quotes and life memes that really you can take from this film and really apply to your life. So it's an overall good message to it. The acting is phenomenal across the board, but again, Nicolas Cage really surprised me here. I thought the cinematography was done really well. Some of the shots of this city, of this town, and some of the low light shots is kind of used as well too. Cinematography I thought was really well. It was really done really well. But I mean, this is one of those type of films where like it was really driven on the acting, and the acting really carried this film. There's drama, there's some suspense. Of course, there's, you know, some emotionally triggered moments. You know, considering not only just his circumstances, but you know, other characters and him kind of re-entering his old life, and how some of these characters kind of respond to that. Again, his wife, the situation with his wife and him, you know, owning a shop, and how, you know, how pivotal that was to this small town, and the fact that he's gone and she's gone, and you know, what his life looked like now that he's back for 15 years, you know, the whole grieving process. Like the film has a lot of relatable moments to it, and at the same time too, it's just really done in a very crisp way that is so enjoyable that you're just gonna be so invested, because at the same time, while it is seems like a search and rescue mission for the pig, it's actually really beyond that. The theme of this film is way beyond just a search and rescue, just John Wick looking for his dog. You know, this is something a little bit more deeper than that, and you know, that's why, like, this is a film that I was excited to review, but I'm also curious to see what other people's reviews are too. I haven't seen anybody, but I'm curious to know about some other people's interpretation about this, because it is not just about him looking for his pig, not at all. And that's why I say, like, when you think about when you think about it, you know, what the premise says and what you can expect, it's way beyond that. So yeah, you know, this is Pig. Again, this is going to be in theaters July 16th. This is a solid film. This is a film you check out however you can, whether you go to the theaters or you wait for it to get it digitally. This is a film you check out. I know Nicolas Cage has been stealing money from films that have not been really good or at all, but this is one that will definitely, you know, turn some heads. Like, oh, look who decided to show up again, you know? So definitely check this film out, folks. Jump in the comments, let me know your thoughts about this film. And as always, folks, stay tuned for more reviews coming very soon.